You guys have been asking me to share my aviation filmmaking techniques for a long time. The wait is now over. To kick off this Better Aviation video series, I want to start with something that most people already do pretty well, which is camera angles. Most pilots I see online have already figured out how to mount a camera in a few different locations in the cockpit to give their viewers some variety. They might be in the windshield looking forward, behind the pilots, or even on the outside of the aircraft. Yet people ask me all the time, how many cameras do you need? My usual answer is 4.5. My usual configuration is one on the passenger side, one overhead, one on the glare shield, and one more somewhere on the exterior of the aircraft. Oh, and a passenger will usually have a cell phone or a DSLR camera with them, making 4.5. Honestly, some of the best footage I collect on a flight will be from my passengers, so make sure you have a way to exchange videos with them after the flight. But there's a reason that people have asked if I have as many as 10 cameras on every flight. I'll let you in on a little secret. Cameras are movable. If you've made a glare shield friction mount like I have, you have nearly infinite camera possibilities. Just look at all of these shots that came from that one camera. It's like having 4 cameras in one. But wait, there's more. Even your mounted cameras don't have to stay where they are. Take one down and pass it around. Let your passengers aim the cameras around for a change. They might capture something really cool, or at least make some good memories. You don't even have to keep those mounted cameras in the same place. Try moving them throughout the flight. Capture your passengers' reactions in the back seat, and then move it up front to get the gauges. Same thing with your outside camera. Every time you land in an airport, move the camera. I bring an entire bag of mounting equipment so I can handle almost any location on the inside or the outside of my aircraft on any flight. Some people say Cessnas are a lot better for doing video than Pipers, but I can find a location on almost any aircraft to mount a camera securely. Getting back to that 1/2 camera for a second, never be afraid to show your audience exactly what you're talking about in a video. I really like having a camera just sitting in the seat next to me that I can grab anytime I have something to show. I find that doing this helps you capture more of aviation in a more convincing way, not to mention the rest of your adventures around the field. Which brings me to my next point. I have a challenge for you. In every single one of my videos, I personally challenge myself to show you guys something from aviation in a new way, with new camera equipment or new technology or computer graphics. I want you guys to show me the coolest way you've ever seen something portrayed in aviation film. Whoever we decide has the coolest concept will be showcased in my next aviation film video. I expect these to be really good and unique, and I also expect a lot of links posted in the comments below. If you don't see your comment show up immediately, don't panic. It just means that I have to approve it, and you'll see it shortly. Everything is okay, I promise. Great! Now that you've captured all that footage, what do we do with it? Have you ever watched a Hollywood blockbuster, like really watched it? Have you noticed how the cinematographer conveys what they want in the scene using quick jump cuts and camera movements? I think you'll agree that it really makes things a lot more exciting. Since I like to keep my viewers awake, I try to apply the same concepts into aviation filmmaking. My biggest rule is to never go more than 10 seconds without changing the scene for my viewers. Trust me, it goes a long way. When shooting outside the aircraft, locking the camera down on a tripod is a quick fix if you're alone, but trying to get that extra camera movement in there makes a huge difference. Also use what's called cut-ins to show people what you're talking about in the video. Finally, the biggest way to add production value to an aviation video is with external shots of you flying your airplane. They're the most difficult to get because they require an extra crew member or a friend hanging around the airport. But I think you'll agree, it makes a huge difference too. We may all want to fly airplanes, but when one goes overhead, we still always look up. Now for those of us out there that can't afford an extra camera or an extra cameraman, there is a solution. It's called Solo Shot, one of my favorite things to happen to the film industry recently. It's a robotic tripod that will follow your movements automatically. Another powerful concept in filmmaking is called the establishing shot. Use wide establishing shots of the airfield or of your airplane to help show your audience the setting you're in. This might be particularly advantageous if you're shooting outside the airplane, perhaps at an air show. There's an entire other video's worth of information about shooting in crowds, up close with people, or even just the air shows in general. But I think that's where we'll stop for today. I hope you guys learned something you can take to your aviation filmmaking, and you'll have some cool discussion below about unique ways to show off the best hobby in the world. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you can get the other aviation tips I intend to bring to you soon. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time on the Friendly Skies channel.